There is a supercar that many forgot about or unfortunately never heard of, which is weird as this supercar puts on the table things that others just can't.
Yes, this is the brand new McLaren GTS, the updated version from the McLaren GT. And today, instead of driving the car in circles around Geneva, I decided to test it in the environment that it was created for,
which is views, mountain roads, full sand driving, and road tripping.
I'm taking it on a road trip starting from Montreux in Switzerland, and I'm driving to Zurich because I have to attend an event there at 5 p.m. I'm going to escape all the motorways, because sitting on the motorway and screaming to you how amazing this car is, or even driving it for an hour, would be a bit stupid. It's actually the last day of October, autumn, so basically all the trees are yellow and really the colors are just like in a magic world.
Indeed, this was beautiful. But considering my early start, breakfast had to happen. While enjoying my espresso, a banana, and a croissant, I had a second to fully appreciate this papaya orange speck, answer emails, quickly check Instagram, and hit the road.
I'm 40 minutes into my trip, about to climb my first mountain pass. Let's not forget why this drive is so special to me. And if you're following the channel or me on social media for a while, you might know that I used to own two McLarens back in the days, which were my favorites. I had the 570S and I had then the 600 LT, which I still consider one of the best supercars out there today in terms of performance, driving feedback, how analog the drive is. Just outstanding. And the GT is very, very close to it because the engine, the powertrain is similar, the sitting position, the interior, kind of the drive is extremely similar to what you get in a 600 LT track weapon supercar. But then this is in the GT pack, which makes it quite fun. But for me, I'm just enjoying it so much because I have all those throwbacks now to my McLaren days, and those are always just so much fun to remember. Switzerland is so Switzerland. It's crazy. You're driving and then you get all those chalets that were built hell knows when, and they're still standing there keeping from cold and hot, and you have the cows right there and the mountains, and you're in a papaya orange McLaren. Slightly standing out, but that's kind of the thrill of it. 50's on off, we can go 80 because Switzerland, not in Italy. You would probably ask, why buy a McLaren GT when you can go and buy a Turbo S 911, Vantage, Ferrari Roma, Mercedes AMG GT? Why would you get this? I say the reason you would get this is if you wanna have the supercar experience, not even a sports car, a supercar experience with doors going up and stuff, but with boot space in the back and the front. There's no other car where you get in and you're like, this is supercar driving, this is down to earth, this is sitting low, this is, just the whole vibe of this supercar experience that you don't get it. You get into a Porsche, yeah, it's fast, it turns well, of course, it brakes and everything, but it's not a supercar. You get into the AMG GT, I love the AMG GT, but I'm sorry, you're in a Mercedes that costs around 200k. Here, everybody looks at you like you're Superman, especially when you have a papaya orange spec. But that's probably why. Because if you really want, you can go and track this car and actually have fun. Not be scared of ruining it, but actually have fun. But then if you want to go and do like 600 kilometers, voila, it's here. You want to throw a rack on the roof, you can do it. You want to put stuff inside, you can do it. It's a car that just gives you so many cool options. What I really like about McLarens, and also the GT, probably in particular because we're just talking about this GT mindset right now, is you get into like an AMG GT and then you have all those buttons. You have like 1 million buttons for comfort, individual, super comfort, super sport, track, race, exhaust button, this and that. And then it makes you feel that all of those buttons do something, even though they probably do comfort suspension to super stiff suspension. But then you kind of always have to, I don't know, think about this and it's all there. I don't like it. I like simplicity at driving. So here, you don't need to touch anything. The only thing you need to touch, if you want your gearbox to be nice and aggressive. But otherwise, out of the box, even in comfort modes, this is a sports car and it feels like one. And funny enough, my personal opinion, I prefer to road trip in sports and supercars because they are on low speeds. They're way easier to drive. Let me explain. You're sitting here very low to the ground. You have sticky tires. You have hydraulic steering. The car requires very little input on low speeds or motorways in order to just kind of go straight and not make any curvy bips and bloops left and right. You're sitting there. You can actually relax. You don't even need to really much move the steering wheel because if you tell the car to go straight, it's not gonna jump around left and right. Quick, stupid comparison. I just bought a BMW M2. You're driving it on the motorway. Any little input, the car starts wibbling around like a stupid hell for no reason. Because they want to make the steering reactive. Because they want people to think that they are driving really fast. Here, you're just so planted, so juicy. Approaching Interlaken, and wow, it's beautiful. With the autumn vibes and the lake right there. This is gorgeous. Past Interlaken, we are climbing again, up and down in the McLaren GT. This is exactly what we need because why take the motorway? And I'm very happy for my decision. A few tunnels coming up, I can probably appreciate a bit the exhaust. Wow. When we talk GT cars, what exactly are we searching for? Boot space. If you're going on a road trip, you don't want to be stacking up little bags. You don't want things to be flying around. The GT is quite good at it. You probably wouldn't be able to put suitcases in the back boot, but you could put like backpacks and soft bags. I'm pretty confident you could throw in a snowboard or a golf bag. I mean, that's what McLaren said. Front boot is very big, huh? You could probably fit like a full-size check-in bag in there. Then what we want from a GT car is of course comfort. I found today, after doing already like 3 hours in the car, 0 back pains. And let's not forget that for some reason people think that when you say supercar, they think like uncomfortable seat. The most comfortable seats I've ever driven in are from supercars. And sound, check, because we have the Powers and Wilkins, which is great. We want the GPS to be working. I've been following only GPS, no Google Maps whatsoever. Took me to exactly where I want to be. I'm not yet there, but I'm on the way. Comfort of probably like parking and an in and out. Parking is good. Doesn't have a 360 camera, this one, but has a rear view camera which works quite well. Yeah, we could say it could be a bit more HD, but you see the most important stuff. Then the car is not really too wide. It has lift system, which works. Thank you, McLaren. Consumption. While filling up, I just have another 40 minutes to go to Zurich. The trip is almost done. Something that I didn't talk to you about in the car is what's under the hood. I mean, the rear hood in case of the GT. So it's a twin turbo V8 making 635 horsepower, which is, for a GT car, is completely insane. And what I can totally confirm to you after doing the drive today is that you do feel every single horsepower. Like if you downshift and you put your foot down, that thing really flies. Oh, and that was it for fuel. I did 36 liters just added to the tank, and I had around 200 kilometers to go. So fuel consumption confirmed. Very good. To add on top of what I said before, kind of about what we want from the GT car, I was just driving it on the motorway and I was thinking about everything. Definitely a lot of space, very wide interior, cup holders, very important. You have like 3 of stuff to put, you have a console in the middle, you have the glove box. And the last bit, which is extremely important, is visibility. Because in a lot of cars, even if they say it's the GT, you don't see anything. Here, well, I have the sunroof that I haven't spoken today about, which is incredible. It feels like I'm driving a cabriolet. And also you have so much visibility on the left and on the right, and also through the mirror here. So honestly, I wish there would be more on the road like that. As by the time I get to Zurich, it will probably be dark. So I just want to say a few final thoughts already about the car. Something that I haven't spoken about, but something that we all know, and the reason why we probably don't see that many McLaren GTs out on the road is, I would say, reliability. That's what we hear left and right when people say McLaren. But we don't realize how fast the time flies, and that when we spoke about reliability was the question back in 2016, I would say, 17. That was true. Nowadays, I talk to a lot of McLaren owners, and reliability is really not the main topic of discussion. Yeah, they have issues, but they're probably like any other car. For me today to conclude to say, this car has no issues, well, I can't, because I only spent a day with it, and even if I would spend a week with it, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But what I feel from where the brand is going, they're definitely going in the right direction, and making product like that is quite difficult, especially for such a small brand. Let's not forget, McLaren is a way smaller brand than Lamborghini or Ferrari. And I also feel like people who are watching this video from McLaren would totally agree with me that they're doing everything they can on reliability, and I hope we can get like one comment in there from someone from McLaren saying that we are full sending on reliability and those cars are hard as steel. I just said that it would be amazing to hear from someone from McLaren down in the comments, and I just thought to really add on that a little bit. Wouldn't be it incredible if we would actually have engagement from the brands down in comments under the videos of different influencers and bloggers and people who create content? I think that would be so cool, where they would be like, man, the guy's saying complete and utter BS, or that guy has a point. McLaren, if you hear me, we could start this little trend down in my comments. And I'm doing the final bit. 30 minutes to go. I finally made it pretty much on time for the event that I'm going to, and because this is a GT car, that means you can do full day comfy clothes and then nice clothes for the evening.
What a culmination to my exciting day. A classical music concert in Zurich totally put a cherry on top of all my emotions. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did.
If you liked the video, of course, please let me know what you thought about it. Subscribe to the channel. Really, that would really help. There are quite a bit of updates coming on my garage. That will probably be the next video after that, updating my Misha cave, finally. Well, you haven't seen it yet, so I'll reveal the cave, and also there is an upgrade coming. See you in the next video. Bye!